tayo ng Math-aral. Sa Math, walang maiiwan. Math-sayang Math-aral, tayo ng Math-tuto, upang di kayo masenso. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina, 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 Math-aral na tayo.
Thank you, Ma'am Manso, for discussing the lesson for grade 8. And now, to discuss the lesson for grade 9, she is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics at San Carlos College. Let us welcome Miss Juno O. Camacho.
Magandang araw mga batang mandunong at welcome sa panibagong episode ng Project SOAR series of online academic reviews in Mathematics 9, Quarter 3, Week 7. Ang topic natin ngayon ay tungkol sa special right triangle theorems. Bago natin umpisahan ang ating discussion, let me share with you our learning objectives. First, to illustrate the 45-45-90 degree and 30-60-90 degree right triangle theorem. Second, to explain 45-45-90 degree and 30-60-90 right triangle theorem. And third, to solve problems applying the 45-45-90 degree and 30-60-90 degree right triangle theorem. Square is a quadrilateral that has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. When a square is cut into halves diagonally, 2 right triangles are formed. These right triangles are called isosceles right triangles, or the 45-45-90 degree right triangles, because they have 2 equal sides and a right angle. On the other hand, if an equilateral triangle is cut into halves by perpendicular bisector, another pair of right triangles are formed where the interior angles are 30, 60, and 90 degrees. Meron tayong dalawang klase ng special right triangles. Una is yung 45-45-90 degree right triangle o yung isosceles right triangle kasi ang 2 sides niya or yung dalawang legs niya ay magkapareho ang sukat. And then, the longest side of a right triangle, yung pinakamahabang side po, ang tawag po natin dyan ay hypotenuse. So, this is our hypotenuse kasi ito po yung longest side natin. Sa 30-60-90 naman, 30-60-90, another kind of special right triangle. Okay, the longest side is the hypotenuse. And then, meron tayong longer leg. So, yung longer leg po, ayan po yung opposite kay 60 degree angle. And then, yung shorter leg naman, ayan po yung opposite kay 30 degree angle. The 45-45-90 degree right triangle theorem. In an isosceles right triangle, the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times as long as each of the legs. So let us prove the given theorem. Given that triangle SPQ is an isosceles right triangle with side ST congruent or equal to the length of side PQ. And let us the 2 legs or the 2 sides be represented by x or b equal to x. SQ is equal to t. SQ is our hypotenuse. And the measure of angle t is equal to 90 degrees. So, ayan po yung given. So, we have to prove that the hypotenuse represented by t is equal to x squared root of 2. Okay, the first statement, t squared is equal to x squared plus x squared. Reason, Pythagorean theorem, wherein the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs. Okay, meron po tayong ganyan. P is the hypotenuse, then X represents the length of the two legs of the given right triangle. Then add the similar terms, so we have T squared equals 2X squared. Then, para T na lang ang maiwan dyan, kailangan nating kuhanin ng square root ni T squared. So, the square root of T squared ay T, and then the square root of 2X squared is X square root of 2. Because 2 is not a perfect square, maiiwan po siya sa radical sign. So, therefore, in an isosceles right triangle, the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times as long as each of the legs. Again, the 45-45 90-degree right triangle theorem. In an isosceles right triangle, the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times as long as each of the legs. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng table para mas madali nating mai-apply yung ating theorem. So, 45-45 90, pwede nating i-let or gamitin si X to represent the length of the side opposite kay 45. So, since ito 45-45, pare sila, diba? So, X to tapos X. Doon naman sa side opposite kay 90 degree or yung hypotenuse, pwede natin gamitin si X squared of 2. So, sa madaling salita, si X represents the leg, okay po, the legs of an isosceles right triangle. Tapos, si X squared of 2, ang nire-represent naman niya is the hypotenuse. Examples. Complete the table below. So, given right triangle LUV as an isosceles right triangle, because angle L measures 45 degrees and angle U measures 45 degrees. So, this is our hypotenuse, LU is our hypotenuse, VU is our leg, and LV is also our leg. So, the given on the table, number 1, given ang legs, ang sukat ay 8 cm, so we have to find the length of the hypotenuse. And then for number 2, ang given naman is the hypotenuse, which is 12 meters. So, kailangan nating hanapin ang sukat ni legs. And for number 3, ang given naman is the measures of the legs, which is 4 square root of 2 inches. So, we have to find the length of the hypotenuse. For number 1, the given is legs are equal to 8 centimeters. So, X is equal to 8 centimeters. And since the hypotenuse is represented by X squared root of 2, so substitute lang po natin si 8, which is the value of X, dito. So, ang magiging sukat ni hypotenuse natin ay 8 squared root of 2. Again, kung mapapansin nyo, yung legs po, which is 8 centimeters, dinagdagan ko lang po siya ng square root of 2. So, ang hypotenuse natin, when the legs measure 8 centimeters, the hypotenuse is 8 square root of 2 centimeters. For number 2, the given is hypotenuse is equal to 12 meters. So, since hypotenuse is represented by X square root of 2, pwede natin gamitin ang formula natin or ang magiging solution natin is X square root of 2 equals 12. Para X na lang ang maiwan sa ating left side, we have to divide both sides by square root of 2. Kaya meron tayo ditong X square root of 2 divided by square root of 2. And then dito naman, 12 divided by square root of 2. So, X square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 is equal to X. Dito naman, since hindi naman natin pwedeng i-divide si 12 by square root of 2 at we are not allowed to have a denominator of a radical, kailangan natin siyang i-rationalize. So, para ma-rationalize natin yan, kung ano yung denominator natin, i-multiply natin itong 12 over square root of 2. Since ang denominator natin ay square root of 2, kaya meron tayong ganito dito. So, i-multiply natin sila sa square root of 2 over square root of 2. So, we have 12 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 over square root of 2. So 12 times square root of 2 is 12 square root of 2. Square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is square root of 4. Okay, so x equals 12 square root of 2 over 2. Saan po nanggaling si 2? Dito po kay square root of 4. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. Kaya meron tayong 2 dyan. Ngayon, since 12 is divisible by 2, pwede po natin i-divide si 12 by 2. I-divide po natin sila. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 12 square root of 2 divided by 2 is equal to 6 square root of 2. So ang sukat po ng ating legs when the hypotenuse measures 12 meters are 6 square root of 2 meters. For number 3, the given x or the legs is equal to 4 square root of 2 centimeters. Since hypotenuse is equal to x square root of 2, so ito pong 4 square root of 2, isa-substitute po natin dito. So magkakaroon tayo ng hypotenuse is equal to 4 square root of 2 times square root of 2. Then, square root of 2 times square root of 2 or 4 square root of 2 times square root of 2 is equal to 4 square root of 4. Since 4 is a perfect square, kunin lang po natin ang square root ng 4, mayroon tayong 2 dito. So, hypotenuse is equal to 4 times 2. Again, saan po nanggaling si 2? Doon po kay square root of 4. So, 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So, the length of the hypotenuse is 8 centimeters. Say 8 inches. Another example, Tristan has a square backyard with an area of 225 square feet. He started to plant grass seed but only did half his yard diagonally. What is the perimeter of the grass section of the backyard? So, in the given problem, the illustration is here. So, meron tayong square backyard ni Tristan. And then, yung kalahati po daw niyan is yung grass section. So, diagonally, kaya ganyan po yung hati. Kung mapapansin niyo, yung kalahati ng square is an isosceles right triangle. So, na-explain naman natin kanina na kapag ang square ay hinati sa dalawa diagonally, nakakabuo siya ng dalawang pares ng isosceles right triangle. Okay, bakit ito ang sukat nito ay 45 at ito ay 45? Kasi po, ang interior angle po ng square ay 90 degrees. So, since nahati yan, kalahati ng 90 ay 45. And then, ang sukat po nito ay 90. So, meron tayong 45, 45, 90 degrees. So, since 45, 45, 90 degree right triangle ang involved, pwede po natin gamitin si 45, 45, 90 right triangle theorem para ma-solve yung given problem. Pero bago natin magawa yun, since ang given po ay area, which is equal to 225 square feet, kailangan po nating malaman kung ano yung sukat ng sides ng square. So, since area is equal to s squared, or s squared is equal to area, to solve for the length of the sides of the given square, s squared equals a. By substitution, magkakaroon tayo ng s squared equals 225 square feet. And then, para s na lang po ang maiwan dyan, or para makuha natin yung value ni s, kailangan natin kuhanin yung square root ni s squared at square root ni 225. So, meron tayo ditong square root of s squared equals square root of 225 square feet. So, square root po ni s squared ay s, and then square root po ni 225 square feet is 15 feet. Since the length of the sides of the given square is 15. So, ang sukat nito 15. This is also 15. This is also 15. And this is also 15. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa ating illustration, itong side na to at saka itong side na to, it pertains to the leg of the given of the triangular grass section, right triangular grass section. So, kung 15 to, ibig sabihin po, ang sukat ng legs natin, the two legs of the triangular perimeter measure 15 feet. So, this is 15, this is 15. Para naman po doon sa hypotenuse, okay po, since x is equal to 15 feet, therefore hypotenuse is equal to 15 square root of 2. Since hypotenuse is represented by x square root of 2, kung ano yung value ni x, which is 15, lalagyan lang po or dadagdagan lang po or imumultiply lang po natin kay square root of 2. So, ang hypotenuse natin ay 15 square root of 2. Next, ang tinatanong po kasi, what is the perimeter of the grass section of the backyard? When you say perimeter, ito po yung distance around the polygon or the sum of all the sides of a polygon. Since triangular grass section kasi, yung tinutukoy natin saan. So, itong side na to or yung hypotenuse plus the length of the two legs, that is the perimeter. Hence, perimeter is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Or, i-add lang po natin yung 3 sides. Then, by substitution, perimeter is equal to 15 plus 15 plus 15 square root of 2. So, 15 plus 15 plus 15 square root of 2. So, the perimeter is equal to, okay, 15 plus 15, that is 30, plus 15 square root of 2 feet. So, hindi po pwedeng i-add natin si 30 kay 15, kasi po, dissimilar po sila. Kasi ito si 15, meron siyang square root of 2. Ito po, wala po siyang, hindi po siya radical. So, ang perimeter po natin, perimeter of the grass section of the backyard of Tristan is 30 plus 15 square root of 2 feet. The 30, 60, 90 degree right triangle theorem. The length of the hypotenuse is twice the length of the shorter leg, and the length of the longer leg is square root of 3 times the length of the shorter leg. The sides lie in the ratio 1 is to square root of 3 is to 2. The 30, 60, 90 degree special right triangle theorem can be used to find the length of any side of a right triangle when the length of one side is given and the angles measure 30 and 60 degrees. Again, the 30, 60, 90 degree right triangle theorem states that the length of the hypotenuse is twice the length of the shorter leg, and the length of the longer leg is the square root of 3 times the length of the shorter leg. The sides lie in the ratio 1 is to 3 is to 2. So, pwede po natin gamitan ng table yan. So, pwede natin gamitin si x to represent the length of the side opposite kay 30 degrees. And then, yung sukat naman ng longer leg na opposite kay 60 degrees, pwede natin i-represent using x square root of 3. And para naman sa hypotenuse natin, it could be represented by 2x. So, shorter leg be represented by x, opposite po yan kay 30 degrees. And then the longer leg, which is opposite kay 60 degrees, be represented by x square root of 3. And the hypotenuse, which is opposite to 90 degree angle, be represented by 2x. Okay, let us have some examples in solving problems applying the 30, 60, 90 right triangle theorem. So for letter A, complete the table below. So we have here a right triangle with 30, 60, 90 interior angles. So ito po yung ating shorter leg, opposite kay 30, represented by x. And then longer leg, opposite kay 60 degrees, represented by x squared root of 3. And then the hypotenuse, which is represented by 2x. So, yung una, the given is the shorter leg, which is 10 inches. So, if x is equal to 10, longer leg natin, x squared root of 3. So, sa-substitute nyo lang ito, magiging sagot natin dito is 10 squared root of 3 inches. So, again, bakit siya 10 squared root of 3 inches? Kung ang shorter leg is represented by x and longer leg is represented by x squared root of 3, Since x is 10, substitute nyo lang po, ang longer leg natin ay 10 square root of 3. For hypotenuse, sabi dyan, ang sukat daw ni hypotenuse ay doble ng sukat ng shorter leg. So, kung ang shorter leg natin ay 10 inches, kung dodoblehin po natin yan, ang hypotenuse po natin ay, so 10 times 2, that is 20. So, 10 inches times 2 is 20 inches. Ito naman sa number 2, ang given naman is longer leg. So, the longer leg is 5 square root of 3 centimeters. So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, syempre, ang unahin nyo munang kunin is yung shorter leg. Kasi hindi naman natin makukuha si hypotenuse agad kung hindi natin alam ang value ni x. So, dito, si longer legs kasi is represented by x square root of 3. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, ang given, longer leg is equal to 5 square root of 3. Therefore, si 5, ayan yung value ng x natin. So, since x is equal to 5, therefore, the shorter leg is equal to 5 centimeters. For the hypotenuse naman, hypotenuse is equal to 2x. Since x is equal to 5, or the shorter leg is equal to 5, ita-times 2 natin siya para makuha natin sa hypotenuse. So, 5 times 2 is equal to 10 centimeters. Another example, example B, Jeremy is going to show off his skateboarding ability to his geometry class. He has a skateboard ramp must be set up to rise from the ground at 30 degrees. If the height from the ground to the platform is 8 feet, how far is the ramp to the platform? How long is the ramp up to the top of the platform? So in the given problem, so ito po yung ating illustration. Ito po yung illustration ng ating problem. So ito po yung platform. Ang height po ng platform natin is 8 feet. And then yung inclination po or yung angle of elevation ng ating ramp is 30 degrees. So kung ito ay 30 degrees, syempre ang sukat ng angle na to ay 60 degrees. So, ang kailangan nating hanapin dyan ay gaano kalayo yung ramp mula doon sa platform. So, yun po yung longer leg natin. And then, gaano daw kahaba yung ating ramp, ito po yun, mula doon sa top ng ating platform. So, ang unknown po dito or ang kailangan nating hanapin is the length of the hypotenuse and the length of the longer leg. Okay, bakit po kaya hypotenuse and longer leg? Kasi ang given angle po dito is 30 degrees and 30 degrees is opposite to doon po sa height ng platform. So 8 feet pertains to or 8 feet refers to the shorter leg. 8 feet is the length of the shorter leg. So for our solution, okay po, since the shorter leg is represented by x and the shorter leg is equal to 8 feet, therefore x is equal to 8 feet. Para mahanap natin ang length ng longer leg, so substitute lang po natin yung value ng x which is 8 dito. So if longer leg is equal to x square root of 3, that is equal to 8 square root of 3 feet. Dito naman, since the hypotenuse is twice the length of the shorter leg, since the shorter leg is equal to 8 feet, dodoblehin lang po natin yan. So, 8 times 2, that is 16. So, again, the longer leg is equal to 8 square root of 3 feet, and the hypotenuse is equal to 16 feet. Balikan po natin yung questions. Yung unang tanong, how far is the ramp to the platform? So, ang tinutukoy po dyan is the longer leg. Gaano daw kalayo itong ramp na to doon sa platform. So, since the longer leg is equal to 8 square root of 3 feet, therefore, the ramp is 8 square root of 3 feet away to the platform. For the second question, how long is the ramp up to the top of the platform? So, ang tinutukoy naman dito sa second question natin is the length of the hypotenuse. So, dito sa solution natin, ang hypotenuse natin ay equal kay 16 feet. Therefore, The ramp is 16 feet long up to the top of the platform. Thank you for watching and happy learning!